Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Grown Ups the podcast. Hi, Ellie.
Hi Maggie, hi everyone. Happy Monday. We are firmly into September. Autumn is here. How are we? Wait, is September autumn? It is, isn't it? It is June, July, August, September. Yeah,
Is
yeah,
it?
autumn.
I just stay quiet. I don't know because in my head October's autumn, but I guess September, October, autumn, and then
Yeah,
November's what I like to call depression season, aka
November.
winter.
Wait. November. Are you mad?
No, okay. If we're being real about when depression season is, it's Jan. Jan
Yeah.
is real depression season, but November is getting there.
November is like, oh my God. Halloween, like pumpkin picking and bonfire night are like two of my favorite. Bonfire night is like probably one of the highlights of my year.
What?
Yeah, I love it. Cheeky
Why?
Apicali, some ice skating, bonfire night, like what do you call it? Celebrations, what are they called? Displays. I don't know, it's so cozy. Like there's cinnamon in the air, pumpkin spice lattes, like can I
Oh,
complain? Not really.
yes,
It's fantastic.
you can.
No, I'm an autumn babe. See no summer cuddles this year. But anyways, how's your
Oh,
week been? Are you good? Are you good?
I'll be honest. I I'm like, so right, yesterday I went to see this film called Sound of Freedom. Have you heard of it?
No, I haven't. Was it
It's
good?
about it's really I think everyone should watch it. It's about child trafficking.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, and it's like it's based on a true story. And I just didn't realize, obviously we all know that child trafficking happens, but I didn't realize the extent of it and how it can what it looks like. And I literally came home like at the cinema, I was crying. I came home yesterday, I was crying. And this morning I was like, I woke up and I was crying because I was like, these poor kids, like I've got my freedom and
Mm.
here I am like in my comfy flat, like feeling safe, not traumatized by things like this. And then there's kids out there like today, right now, going through madness like children. So I think everyone should watch that film because what it was saying as well is like people are uncomfortable to talk about it because it's an uncomfortable topic of conversation and it's really depressing and it's sad and stuff. But that's why it stays in the dark because no one talks about it. So if we bring it to light and everyone starts talking about it, then something can happen, like something can be done about it. Apparently, like um since slavery was legal, today there's more slavery than when it was legal. So you've
That's
literally,
wild.
yeah, and like hundreds of millions of those people are children from like as young as like 6, and then they get trafficked like every day until they're like 16. Like it's terrible. The world we live in is actually gross. Like,
Yeah, ignorance is definitely bliss. Did you see this in like, as in an Odeon, like a normal cinema? I'm not.
yeah.
What's it called? Sounds.
So it's called Sound of Freedom. The reason
Sound
you
of
haven't
freedom.
seen it advertised is because at the end there's a message from like one of the actors, and he was saying is because one, they didn't have the marketing budget, so they can't market it. And apparently they've been trying to make this film for 5 years, but it kept getting roadblocks and stuff. Like they went to Netflix said no, they went to Prime said no, they like
Man.
they went to Apple, like everyone said no. So people weren't trying to have this film out and they didn't have the budget to do all the marketing, which is why I'm like, anyone that I meet, like I'm telling them about it. I'm like, you have to watch the film so you can find out what's going on, so you can feel as upset and want to do something about it. But yeah, disgusting, like actually disgusting.
That's wild. I wasn't expecting you to say that.
I know.
That is mental. I definitely want to watch that. I'm really surprised that Netflix didn't do it because Netflix, not that this even compares on a level, but Netflix are proper like out there for outing things like that Seaspiracy and Cowspiracy and all that stuff. Like,
So I don't know. The film doesn't go into conspiracies or anything like that, but the people who are like investing in this child trafficking and like making it a business, a successful business, are like these billionaires and these
mm,
CEOs. And so they didn't say this is just me speculating, but I don't know if that's why, because there's like billionaires at Netflix that don't want it out, they don't want it to be brought to light or whatever. But it's shocking. Honestly, everyone should watch it.
yeah, I'm not gonna. I want to see it now. just to like as an eye opener. It sounds awful.
You
Do you
will cry.
remember? Oh, without a doubt, since I'll cry at common like Hollyoaks if my mom has it on in the background.
Yeah.
Do you remember during COVID? I'm not gonna say the brand because I feel like that's like information. But there was a like a home brand and they had the lockers they were selling and people were matching the
Yes.
lockers to missing kids' names.
Yes.
That was wild, but nothing ever comes of it.
Exact. This is the thing, like, there's so many conspiracies like that of like what's
Mm,
happening, but it gets squished and shut down somehow. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, what is actually going on? Because at the end of the day, these are children, like, they have no control. And it's just, it can happen in so many different ways as well. It's honestly, it's terrible. One of the things the movie said is like, in the drug dealing industry, like with cocaine, for example, you make the produce, you sell it, that's it. Now you have to make more produce. With a child, you can sell that child multiple times a day and get money from that one quote unquote commodity who's a
mm,
person. Like it's so terrible. It's insane what's going on.
that's wild. I definitely want to see that now.
Yeah,
It's
see
on
it.
the
Let me know
list.
your
It's on the
thoughts.
list.
How was your weekend on that light note?
I was about to say I'll stream it, but then I was like, no, do you know what? They need the money. They need the money.
Yeah.
Good causes. How was my weekend? No, mine was lovely. And my week has been, to be fair, this has probably been one of my best weeks of this year in terms of like work actually being relaxing.
Oh
It's been
wow.
it's been so stressful. But this week I've just been on inspection, so I've just been chilled. Went up north, got myself a nice car. When I first got my rental car, yeah, they tried to give me a like neon blue Kia. I
Yeah.
said, you what? But then I ended up with a nice grey Golf with like a navigation system. And I was like, I got this, I got this. It made me really want a car.
Really?
Um, but it's a no. It's a no from me. You know, I need to be mature. I live in London. I do not need a car.
Agreed.
But yeah, no. So my week was chill. Nothing exciting. No new inspirational things. No movies that I've seen. So yeah,
Do you know what? It's so funny because when I went to Albania, we hired a car and he gave us like this car, whatever. Then there was something wrong with it, so we had to get a different car. He comes with this gold car. So we're driving this gold car through Albania, like the whole time, like, wow, so much for not like drawing attention to ourselves.
yeah. Some cars I'm like, as if people actually pay for this. Like people want to buy this. This is a model that people make. Wow.
Yeah.
Each of their own. I'm not in my neon blue era. I can tell you that for nothing. No. But as always, shall we start our episode off with our dumb bitch?
Yes, what dumb bitch examples do we have this week?
Okay. Keep sending them, guys, because some of these actually kill me when I read them. But in this week's episode of Being a Dumb Bitch, someone said, okay, dumb bitch move. I blocked the whole kitchen sink today and no one could use it for 3 hours. Note that we share the office space with another company. Basically, because I'm so smart, I poured my oats down the sink, but since they expand, you already know what happened. I
Oh
had
my
to
God.
run in capital letters to the shops to get sink unblocker, girl.
I'm dead.
Wait. So they must have poured the dry oats down the sink, not the ones that are already in milk. Or maybe they did it so quick,
I don't
the oats had
know.
not yet expanded. Sorry, bless this person, because me personally, I'm not running to the shops to get unblocker. I'm running back to my desk and pretending I never moved.
Me too. I'm like, oh my God, is the thing blocked? What? Who did
No
that?
way. How inconvenient.
I
Can
know. I'm not telling anyone.
you imagine if you walk into the kitchen at work and someone's there like with sink unblocker?
I would
I
die.
actually die. No, that's jokes. Yeah.
That's actually so embarrassing. You know what? This wasn't at work, but it was in a hostel, so it's almost more embarrassing. But when I was in Brazil, obviously I was waking up really early to work. So it's like 5 a.m. and there's like this like terrace thing where like I was working, it was a nice vibe, blah blah. So I was like, I needed to use the toilet. So I went to the toilet and because I didn't want to go in our room and go to the room toilet because I didn't want to wake everyone up, I went to the like communal toilet, which is by this like in this terrace area. Anyways, I don't know what happened yet, but the toilet got blocked.
Oh
And
no.
I'm flushing the toilet and it's rising and rising and rising. And I'm like, I'm literally panicking because no one's awake, so I can't even tell the staff to like help. And I'm trying everything to unblock it. There's nothing unblocking it. I even got a coat hanger, yeah. I went with a coat hanger to try and unblock it. And I'm messaging my friend at the same time, like, shit, what do I do? Help, help, help. Anyways, like half an hour passes and nothing is happening. Like nothing is changing. The
Has it
problem,
exited the toilet, please? Oh no.
no.
Okay.
Now the toilet's just full to the brim. It's as disgusting as you think it is.
Close the lid and run.
So I was like, oh my God. The thing is, if I don't admit it, they're gonna know it's me because I'm the only one that's been out here. Like everyone's sleeping. It's 6
Oh.
a.m. So then I was like, oh my God, I'm just gonna have to firm it and tell her. So when she woke up, now it's been brewing for like an hour and a half, and I told her, and I was like, I'm so sorry because also like these people are volunteers, because like some people like volunteer at hostels, so then they get free accommodation. So these people are volunteers, not even getting paid for this, and now you've just woken up to that. Like, oh, it was actually embarrassing. So I really sympathize for this person because blocking anything is terrible.
Yeah, boy, anything like that is embarrassing. I
So
always hate
embarrassing.
using those toilets at work because I'm like, everyone can hit everything. Like, and also, you know, when all the toilets at work are full and like you exit your one and someone goes straight in, I'm like, even though I know I've done it, I'm like, did I flush the chain? Did I check everything was fine? Like,
Yeah. Also, like, do you know what I hate? And this happens mostly in like restaurants and stuff. If I always squat to pee, right? But if
mm,
someone else has left a mess there, I'm not cleaning someone else's mess, but like I'm still gonna squat to pee over it. And then if someone else comes in, they're gonna think it's me. And like if it was me, I would have cleaned it. But if it's not me, I'm not touching it. And now you're gonna think it's me.
no, girl, some people at work are dirty. And when I go into the toilet after them, yeah, I'm like, I hope someone doesn't think this is me because it's not. Like, it's actually not. It's hard work. It's hard work.
Hard work.
But you had a good a news story of a dumb bitch example. Should we jump straight into that?
Oh my God, yes. So, guys, I don't know if you remember, because I actually don't, but in 2006, yeah,
Right.
yeah, this was in 2006, but it's come up in the news today. So in 2006, this guy went to BBC and he was interviewing for a job role as a technician or something like that. But there was some massive mistake, and the interviewer thought that he was a tech expert that was being interviewed for this tech segment that was coming up. So he ends up on air, and God, you have to like YouTube it or find it on TikTok or whatever because it's actually so funny. But he literally like the interview is on air and like everyone's confused. Like it's hilarious. But anyways, in the news today, someone said, The Guardian said, man in viral 2006 BBC interview mix-up says he will sue for royalties. So now,
Wait,
10,
wait, wait.
yes,
Sorry.
more than 10 years later, this isn't 2006, more than 10 years later, he went on this podcast, which is called Accidental Celebrities Podcast,
Wait,
and
wait.
he,
Not me thinking 2006, don't you mean like that's not 10 years? We're not in 2026.
bitch,
Like, that's a long time ago. Anyways,
girl, yeah. Um,
podcast.
he was like, I'm taking them to court because they made so much money from it and didn't give me a single penny. And I'm dying. Like, imagine going to court for something that happened how many years ago?
Yeah, he must be broke, broke, boy. I'm assuming they didn't give him the job because
He did not. They did not.
I agree with him. Like, first of all, like that makes all dumb bitch mistakes look so much less dumb. That is the
Mhm.
most embarrassing. Like, fire them, please.
No, you're on
How?
live TV. Like, are you dumb? And also, there must have been so many people that he had to go through to get to the live bit, and you all are so dumb.
And in fact, the guy that was interviewing, how did he not know?
It was a woman. Of course it
Oh,
was. No, I'm
sorry.
joking. I'm joking. I'm a
Crap.
feminist. Um,
Like when they're putting on your makeup, are you not thinking, right, they're making me look well nice for this interview? Like they must really want me. What? Like
no.
that don't make sense. And also, why don't you ask? Like, I agree with the royalties thing. If they're making hella peas, me too. I want my cut. But in 2006, not now today in 2023, the value of money is not the same as it was in 2006. By the way, like,
Yeah, exactly. Like his argument is they went viral off it, and I mean it's BBC News, so they need to go viral. Like I don't know, but yeah, I was like, do you know what? Get your money. I support it.
yeah, each to their own. The cost of living crisis, and as we always say.
It
So
absolutely is.
yeah, keep sending them in, guys. We love to hear it. It makes us feel way better about ourselves. I haven't had any this. Oh no, I've just changed it. I was gonna say I haven't had any recently, but I'll let you know next week. Gosh. Gosh. Okay. Should we jump into our poll then? We thought we'd switch up this week.
Yes. What did we ask?
Okay, yeah. We were just like on the topic of like news, hot topics, what we've read lately. We thought about cashless society. A cashless society, yeah.
Hmm.
Can't speak English today. So we basically asked people, are you here for it? Are you not? Only 33% said here for it, and 67% said no, thank you.
So why are they trying to make it into a cashless society? Like, what is the point?
I wanted to know
We
that.
don't know.
I don't know. I just assume it's easier. Oh, do you know what? I can't remember the stats. I read something, yeah, that said that our cash infrastructure, so like as in handling cash, printing cash, etc., costs, I think it's something like £5 billion to
What?
run.
What?
I'd like to say annually, but you know me, I never come with straight facts. So yeah, it's expensive. It's expensive. Um, yeah, I think there's a whole host of reasons. Other countries have done it. But then there was a country as well. I feel like it was like a Nordic country.
Hmm.
Yeah, one of those. They said that they did it. They started the process to changing it like a couple of years ago, but then they realized that they were leaving so many people behind who didn't have like tech.
Yeah.
So then they tried to stop it, but it's so hard to stop it once you've already put it into process because you get rid of the cash infrastructure.
What is
And so
cash
now,
infrastructure? Like the ATMs and shit.
yeah, like people who print money, the ATMs, people who handle money, the
Right.
banks. Like
Mm.
once you start getting rid of all of that, like we've already started. All the banks are closing. So how hard it is to find a bank these days?
Mm. But I'm interested to know, yeah, are you in favor of a cashless society?
I don't know. Do you know what? Yeah, before, do you know like people watching us, people knowing our every move? I was like, no, why should people? But then again, people are already watching us. People already know our every moves. Like, does it really make a difference? I don't think it would really bother me. Most of my money is spent on card anyway.
Yeah,
Like,
I can't remember the last time I touched a Great British pound. I've only ever used cash abroad. I have
mm,
literally, and when I have had cash, it's as soon as I have cash, it's not money anymore. It's disappeared. Like it's not a
that
thing.
one. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
me. Cash is free money. If I have cash, it's just there to be spent.
it
But
doesn't
do you know what
exist.
I did? What was I thinking about earlier? Can't remember, but this crossed my mind earlier, yeah. Imagine it's someone's birthday and like I'm not gonna lie, I'm lazy. I do cash all the time. If it's like my nephews or my sisters, I'll either be like, what do you want? Buy it for yourself and I'll send you the money. Or I'll give them cash. Like imagine it's someone's birthday and you give them an empty card and then you're like, I'll transfer you the money. It just doesn't have the same.
Oh
I don't know.
yeah, I transferred your money. Okay, like
Yeah.
why do I have the card then?
Yeah, like I don't know. Will everything turn virtual? Virtual cards, cheeky email, happy
Can I
birthday.
say I hate a virtual card. We use it at work because obviously like we're global, so we're not gonna actually give a physical card to someone in Malaysia.
What are you giving
Um,
cards for?
for people's birthdays or if they've completed 5 years at the company or like if they're leaving or whatever.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, yeah.
And it's these virtual cards and I'm just like every time I see it, I'm like,
It
Gosh,
doesn't have the same meaning, does it?
it's not the same. Like I remember when I left one of my jobs, I still have the card, and it's literally like got everyone's handwriting. Like it's nice seeing people's handwriting, and like this girl drew a picture of me. Like it was so cute. And like it's just like there's so much better than just writing a message on a laptop. Like it's not the same.
No, I do agree, actually.
Hmm.
Yeah.
What did the people say?
What did they say? We actually got loads of responses on this one. So, but I feel like they were all like very much in and around the same thing. Um, so someone, this one is true. Someone said since COVID, I'm not trying to touch dirty cash.
Yeah, that is true. That is very true. I'm not like holding money. Do you know how many hands that has been through?
Someone on that note, someone said cash is dirty. Who knows how many people have coughed on that shit?
Yeah, it's so true. People could have wiped their ass, not washed their hands, and then touched the
Mm.
£5, and then someone snorted a line of cocaine with it, and now you're touching it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it is mad. It is.
So someone said they prefer cashless society. Let's stop the government printing notes for fun. Do you know what? This is a good point because the more money you print, the less value it has, which is why the British pound went down so much because we were printing so much money.
Yeah, didn't they print like infinite amount of cash for furlough and stuff like that?
Yeah, like they printed bare money.
Yeah, that's a good point. But then again, is it not easier just to add a cheeky zero? Like UK British pound, 1 million. Next day, 1 trillion. Like who knows what they will do when no one can actually physically see the money?
Mm. Mm.
Also, Billy was saying to me, no, he wasn't. No, maybe he did, but he probably saw this on Instagram. So just that whole conversation with myself. Um, every time you give a bank £10, they take a cut of that. No, how does it work? It's something like you give a bank £10 and then they'll like take your money and give £10 to like 5 different people. So basically, every time you give money to a bank, they like quadruple how much you've given them. So there's like fake money that they're handing out. So when you take a loan from a bank, sometimes that money doesn't even exist.
No, it's very true. It's very true. Like all the your money that's in there, they take it and invest it, right? So, to grow the
Mm.
money. And you're right, it's literally like it's fake money. Like if you're getting a loan for a house, it's like student loan almost. Like it's going from here to here, but no one's really ever like it's just going from here to here, and now you're indebted to the bank to pay back
Mm.
these loans. Like yeah, it's mad. It's actually mad.
Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like almost you need cash because it's physical. Like you can see it, you can keep track of it.
Yeah, there's loads of people that like keep cash in their houses. Like people keep it under their mattresses and stuff. But then the problem is, it's like, what if there's a fire or what if you get robbed or
Mm.
whatever? So sticky.
And the thing is with that one, yeah, someone actually said this. Let me find it. Someone said, hold on. Here we go. I found it. Someone said cashless equals lack of control over our own money. Needing permission to move money or make a big transaction is mad. Um,
Mm.
which is so true because like if you have all that cash and you want to then go deposit into a bank now that we're becoming cashless, they're probably going to be like, where did you get this money from? They're going to question you and all stuff like that. Whereas if you were to just spend it, it would be fine. Or like, I remember my manager wanted to pay cash and he was taking money out of his bank and his bank were like, why are you taking this money out? Because
Excuse
obviously,
me.
if everyone went to remove their money from the bank at one time, the bank wouldn't be able to pay them because the money doesn't exist.
The money's not there. Exactly. It's so true. Like even when my dad like he does this thing where well, I don't know. I guess it's harder to do now if the more cashless we become. But he always had like this big piggy bank, and he'd put like £1 and £2 coins in there. And
Mm.
over the year, like that accumulated like bare money. And every time he'd take it to the bank to put it into the account, they'd ask like, "What's this from?" Blah blah. And he's just like, "Sold my car, sold my car, sold my car, whatever." But sometimes he'd explain like, "Oh, like
Yeah.
I've saved up, blah blah." But it's like they really do be asking you questions, like a lot.
Yeah, I think if we do have cashless society, freedom's gonna be out the window. Like there will be no freedom. Every move you make, they will have to know.
Mm,
But then
yeah.
what happens to like massive like drug dealers and drug trades and stuff like that? Or even what you were talking about earlier, like child trafficking. How does that all work digitally? Will it stop crime, like if we have a cashless society?
No, no. But I don't think so though, because you've got like the dark web and stuff, so you
Mm,
must have ways of moving money about without it being tracked and stuff. But
yeah,
these
it's
most of
true.
these things are cash. Yeah, you're right. But there must be a way to like do it, even if it's like under laundering money or whatever. Like someone's
Mm,
paying like for a hair appointment or something, but actually, and that's what it looks like on the system, but it's actually like a, a drug or something. I don't know.
yeah, it's mad. Someone actually said on that note, um, keep cash. The nail shop and builders will up their prices 10 times if they have to pay tax.
Oh my gosh, this is such a good point. This is such a good point because if you're paying in cash at like salons and stuff, technically they can they can say they're earning 30K a year when really they're earning like 50 because it's all cash in hand. So how would they know? Now if they're having to like say what they're actually earning, they'll be taxed more and therefore the prices would go up. This is so true.
Yeah, without a doubt. My nail shop accepts card. Tell me why every time I go into the nail shop, the card machine is broken. Every time.
That
Really?
is that is so classic. That is actually so classic.
And do you know what I've even seen? I don't know if I told you this before. Sometimes, yeah, someone will come up to the front desk and they'll go to pay and they'll be like, sorry, the card machine's broken. And then that person will go, there's like a cash point a couple doors down. So they go to the cash point, they'll come back, they'll pay. Obviously, now it's taking a long time. So I'm sitting there. The next person goes, and then they'll be like, oh, card machine's broken. And then they'll be like, oh, I only have Apple Pay on me. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do. And then they'll be like, oh, we can try it and see, and it will work.
Oh my
I've
gosh.
seen that with my own eyes. Like, you absolute liar.
Yeah, no, no, no. That card machine is crispy. Okay, so someone said not everyone has access to online banking. Let's not segregate. That's a good point, you know. Like online banking, things that we think is so easy, even like transferring money or being at a restaurant and having to have a digital menu, that's really easy to us. But for other people, that's actually really techie. Like that's not easy at all. My mum's always calling me to like when it comes to things like this because it's not easy. When you haven't grown up with an online system, you're not used to it.
You know what? That's such a good point. When I think about this, I don't even think about old people. But like, yeah, they'll struggle. Even like damaging, yeah, getting a new phone. We'd all have to have like smartphones.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, when I think about like inaccessibility, if that's a word, I think about like homeless people or people who can't afford technology. Like
Hmm.
some people can't afford a phone, or some people can't afford a phone for their kids. Like you give kids pocket money, right?
Yeah.
Kids now have to have banks and bank cards and stuff like that. And then also people were saying like it teaches your kids the value of money when you give them physical cash.
Yeah,
Like I feel like kids nowadays don't understand the value of money. Like, oh, £5 and my like what's that like Henry card? They've got those little cards in it.
I've never
Um
heard of it, but yes.
yeah, and like you can control what goes in and out and stuff like that. But yeah, I think yeah, that is mad. And that's what happened in like that Nordic country as well. It will definitely segregate. It will just make like the homeless issue worse. Um have they now made people, I swear before if you were homeless and you didn't have like a permanent address, you couldn't get a card, a bank card, but now you can.
Oh, I don't know about that development.
Yeah, I feel like they were trying to fix it because it was a major issue.
I hope
But
so, because that's terrible. That's actually another thing. Cashless society. Anytime I'm going past a homeless person, I never have cash to give them. And usually,
mhm.
like back in the day, you just give like your change that you have, like your £2, £3, whatever. I don't have that to give. It's like I've only got my Google Pay.
No, it's so true. But this is just reminding me of like them times where the card machines were first coming about, and they used to walk past like charities, and they used to be like, "Do you have any money?" Got no cash, thank you. And they'd be like, "We have a card machine," and I'm like, "Not got a card either." They were quick to catch on, boy. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's so true. Like, if they need to stay in a hostel, usually the homeless person will be like, oh, can I have some money for a hostel? And like you'll give them cash. Can you transfer me money for a hostel? Like it doesn't work. I actually don't think it would work. I don't think the infrastructure is in place for us to go cash free.
No, I don't think so either. And I think in everything in life, it's nice to have the option of just either yes or no. Like if I want to live cashless, I can live cashless, but if I don't want to, then I don't have to.
Yeah, I agree. Someone said on like the note of not going cash free, can we keep cash, please? Tech is temperamental. Imagine not being able to access your moolah.
Yeah, if your battery died or whatever, or the app is down for a couple of hours, like you never know. So true. Do you know what? I just remembered on when the TFL stopped taking cash, and that was so inconvenient because obviously before you can just give cash, but now we have contactless with our actual bank cards. But before you had to top up your Oyster card, and that was so inconvenient because if you forgot to top up your Oyster card, now you can't give them cash. And I'm like, I literally had beef with a bus driver one day because I was like, but I've got the money's right here. And he's like, but we don't accept it. It's annoying.
We're in East London, love. I actually even forgot that TFL ever accepted cash.
Yeah, girl. Yeah.
That's mad. Times have changed.
Throwback.
It's mad how quickly like the government or like higher powers that be change things and you don't even remember that they've changed. That at first everyone kicks up a fuss, and then it's like it never happened.
And then people just get on with it.
Yeah,
It's true.
it's mental. Do we have any more, or should we jump into our Glassdoor review and round off this episode?
Let's jump into our Glassdoor review, I think.
Okie dokie. So this Glassdoor review this week is like any other, people complaining about their jobs, because let's be honest, no one wants to bloody work a 9 to 5. Every man just wants to, I don't know, do some charity work and sit on their asses for the rest of the week. I don't know.
Speak for the nation, Ellie.
Financial freedom and all that. But this one said, the firm they worked at sucks. The owner swears and calls us cowards and suckers on company message chat. Not my man leaving receipts. When we make a mistake, they often post on the chat and embarrass us in front of the whole company. I'm not gonna lie, I actually know retail firms that do this.
What?
Yeah, in the group chat, if someone makes a mistake, they'll be like, could we kindly clean up properly after ourselves or something like that?
A gentle reminder.
Oh, a gentle reminder, that's the one.
That's the shadiest one ever.
Or it's like, for those who were on closing last night, everyone knows who was on closing last night.
Just at me. Just at me and my mum. Like,
yeah, I find that disrespectful. I don't like that stuff. Anyways, yeah, they post on the chat and embarrass us in front of the whole company. People are tracked by FaceTime software, which automatically stops us getting paid if the mouth doesn't move for 4 minutes, even if we are working. I didn't know this existed. Oh no, actually, I think I have heard of this. If we go to the bathroom, no pay. Get a stopwatch and a computer to track your hours, and don't bet on it matching the paycheck.
do you know what? I know that there's like systems that companies use to track if you're actually like wiggling your mouse and stuff to see if you're actually doing something on your laptop, which I'm just so not a fan of. Like I'm not a fan of like micromanaging people to that level. Like you need to trust your employers are going to do the job. And if they're not doing the job, then pull them up on it. But you don't need to do all of this like big brother shit where you're just like watching people.
Yeah.
How are you watching how quickly my mouth is moving? Are you joking?
That's wild. Also, like, I'm not, like, we're not robots. We're not going to be productive every second of every day. Sometimes I'm going to sit here and do swipe, but my work will be done. Like, it will.
Exactly. I completely agree.
Yeah, not a fan of that at all. That Big Brother stuff is scary.
It
I think, like,
is.
I don't mind people watching us. Like, have you ever watched Personal Interest?
No, what is it?
Banging series, watch it. Basically, like, I don't know what country it's set in. I feel like it's America. But the lampposts like track people so that they have cameras in them. So they're constant, you're always watched. And I think like I watched it years ago. I think like you have a number. So that wherever you are, they know where you are.
Oh. Which
probably already happens today, let's be honest. We just don't know about it. But like, I'm kind of okay with that stuff because I feel like if someone's killed someone, yeah, let's go find them. I'm not committing any crime, so I'm fine. But I feel like within the confines of your own home, it's a no from me. Like on the street, in public areas, cool. You're in public, like behave. At home, that's my home, sorry. If I want to be a slacker, I can be a slacker, do you know what I mean?
Let me slack in peace. Like in this life, can I slack?
And on that note, if you're feeling like slacking this week, just do it. Because
Just do it.
one day you might not be able to. One day you might be being watched. So be unproductive while you still can, guys. Have a fantastic week. If you want to send in your this week's episode of Being a Dumb Bitch, if you have any dilemmas, any life updates, send them in to grownupspodcast@gmail.com or
DM us at Grown Ups the Podcast.
thanks everyone.